Good morning, everybody, and welcome to another edition of Morning Thoughts. My name is Greg Zrulik, but you already know that. So today I want to talk about failure to launch. And no, not the movie, but the ability to start. Right? Start something in our life. So I haven't done one of these in a couple of weeks, and the reason for that is because I was doing some research. And by the way, that's kind of like a clue that I'm going to give you. If you don't see me for a while, if you don't see my videos or posts for a while, that just means that I'm not gone. I'm just doing some research. I'm reading. I'm trying to figure out, the material and how to deliver it. And so I've done some research on this particular subject, and I've just finished the book, which I'm going through again, because I like to read things twice, sometimes even 3 times, to see maybe if I missed something the first go around. And so the subject of today's video is the failure to launch. Okay, in order to understand what exactly is it that I'm talking about, I want to take it to the beginning, right? So we're at the surface, or rather at the core, we're kind of all the same, right? We're all the same. We all have someone to love, or someone that we do love. We all have somewhere that we want to go. We all have dreams. We all have things that we need to do, and then we all have challenges that we're faced with on a daily basis. And here's where the fork in the road comes in. And this fork in the road is how we deal with challenges. Now, many of us, many of us, choose to blame circumstances, other people, different sort of set of conditions for why things are not happening for them. It could be from anything from there's not enough time, to there's not enough money, to I don't have the skills, I don't have the experience, or whatever barrage of excuses that you may come up with at that particular moment. Okay, and then there's the other half, which understand that the only way that anything can be accomplished is by action, is by taking massive amounts of action and doing it right then and there, right? But they're also faced with something called excuses. And see, the way our mind works is that every time you have an impulse, every time you have an intuition to do something, to take action, what your mind tries to do is it tries to talk you out of it, right? It's the defense mechanism, okay? Because in order for us to do anything, okay, we have to get out of our comfort zone. Anything that's new, anything that's worthwhile, anything that's important, we have to get out of our comfort zone, and we have to do something different. And our mind is designed in a way that it triggers a defense mechanism, and that defense mechanism starts to create doubts, right? And the more we think about things, the more doubt we experience, the more fear sets in, and the more procrastination takes place. So we procrastinate, we wait, and chances are that if you wait for a significant period of time, you will never act on it, ever. Okay, so I recently finished a book called The 5-Second Rule by Mel Robbins, and I wanted to share some of the insight with you. Okay, and basically in that book, Mel describes the technique that she came across, which is called the 5-second rule, and it works really, really simple. Every time you have an impulse to do something that you really don't want to do, afraid to do, or have been contemplating on doing but have not taken any action, you simply just count back from 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and go. You just do it. You don't wait. You don't think about it. You don't analyze it. You just go. Okay, and so I started to implement that in my life. For example, okay, one of the things that I dread doing is getting up in the morning. And, we all like to take our times, getting up in the morning, and we all like to, or at least many of us like to hit that snooze button, right? And so what ends up happening is, at least what happened in my case, is that it became a habit, right? And I would purposely set the alarm a few minutes earlier, so when it goes off, I can hit the snooze button and, lay in bed for a little bit, kind of, come out of my sleep, and then get up. And what I did not notice, and most of us, when we create habits in our life, new habits in our life, we do not notice this, okay? One occurrence does not make it a habit. But when you start doing it over and over and over again, it creates a habit. Now, whether it's a good habit or a bad habit is basically determined by whether it serves you or hurts you, right? And so I developed this habit of snoozing my alarm. And so it went from, being 6 o'clock to 6:05 to 6:10 and on occasion to 6:15. And I noticed that I, started to rush in the morning, and I wasn't getting myself ready, and I was getting into confrontation with my kids because, they need to use the bathroom, I need to use the bathroom, everyone needs to take a shower, get ready, and then there's just a lot of collision, in a household full of so many people. And so what I started to do is I started to set my alarm earlier. Right? But the bad habit of snoozing the alarm kept continuing, right? And so the 5:55 being snoozed ended up being 6 and then 6:05. And, one morning I got up and I realized that, I'm running late again. And I didn't understand how I got there. It just seemed like it just happened overnight. But those little things build up over a period of time, and they end up cascading the negative impacts, right? The negative effects all the way down to other activities. And so when I was running late, when I was rushing in the morning, I didn't have time to prepare myself. I didn't have time to do my morning thoughts. I didn't have time to make myself a cup of coffee. I didn't have time to read my emails. I didn't have time to go through my morning routines. And so it kind of derailed me for the entire day. So I decided to do something about it. But the problem that I had is I did not know how to change, right? I knew what I needed to do, stop snoozing the alarm. I didn't know how to do it. And when I didn't know how to do it, that's what prompted me in researching, what is the behavior changes, like these habits. And that's what I wanted to share with you. So every single one of us, I don't care who you are, what you do for a living, what your background is, whether you're male, female, whether you're a child or an adult, black, blue, white, it doesn't matter. Every single one of us has a habit, and it's a bad habit. And this bad habit does not seem to be like it's a huge thing, but the fact is that it's laying a foundation for larger bad habits to start controlling your life. Okay, and whether it's a snoozing of a button or consistently running late, and it creates this overall habit, overall foundation, this framework of allowing excuses and bad habits to take over your life and not moving yourself forward. So ask yourself one simple question, okay, and be honest with yourself. You don't need to lie to me. You need to be honest with yourself. How many of you are in the place in their life that they really, really want to be? Whether it's personal relationships, family, love life, friendship, house situation, money situation, kids, whatever it is, career, big one, are you in a place, in your life that you really want to be? And have you gotten to that place, through now, by now, or are you still working on it? And if you're going to be honest with yourself and tell yourself, respond and say, no, I am not. I still have dreams and aspirations and blah, 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 blah. And I haven't gotten there. Ask yourself the following question. Why? Why haven't you gotten there? And don't use excuses like I don't have enough time. Don't use excuses that, I have 3 kids and there's only, 24 hours in a day. Don't use excuses that you don't have the money, the experience, or whatever, because those are all the excuses, right? The biggest problem that we have, every single one of us, is that when we decide that we want to do something, we allow our mind to hijack the process and talk ourselves out of it. Okay, we simply allow ourselves to talk ourselves out of action. Okay, and we never get there. We start procrastinating, and we use the excuse of I'll do it later, I'll do it tomorrow, I'll start tomorrow. You know, with people that want to lose weight, you know, there's a couple of things that they need to do. You know, they need to change their diet, which is uncomfortable, and they need to start going to the gym, which again is uncomfortable. And you know, they start with a New Year's resolution. And why the New Year's resolutions don't work is because most people, they're inspired and motivated to start something fresh from the beginning of the year. There's like this starting point, right? So they draw a line in the sand and say, starting January X, 1st, 2nd, 3rd, whatever, I'm going to start going to the gym. I'm going to start paying more attention to what I eat. I'm going to start doing this. And they make a list of all these things. But then when they get up to go, hesitation kicks in, and they allow for their mind to trigger the defense mechanism and talk themselves out of it, right? So they don't take action, okay? Or they'll start in the beginning, and then they'll slowly allow their mind to talk themselves out of it, right? It's raining outside, I'll go tomorrow. Oh, I'm running late today, I'll go tomorrow. Or it's just a little bit of cheating, you know, I'm gonna eat a piece of that cake or a slice of that pizza or whatever it is. And slowly but surely, you're building up that habit once again, okay? So the only way to reverse a bad habit is to replace it with a good habit that serves you, okay? And how do you do that? You basically, your mind is like, consider it as a software, okay, running inside of your computer, your head, okay, your brain. And so the only way that you can rewire that programming is to force yourself to take in different action than before. Okay? Remember what I always say. If you keep doing what you're doing, you're going to be getting what you're getting. And so if you want to get something different, you got to do something different. And so you got to start changing your habit. And the way you start changing your habit is you need to take different action. Okay? So try this for size. Next time you have an impulse to do something, okay, do not wait. Count down from 5 down, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and just do it, okay? Like the Nike commercial, just do it, okay? You want to go to the gym? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, put on your pair of sneakers and go, okay? Don't hesitate, don't think, don't overanalyze, just do it, okay? You want to talk to your boss about something, okay, but you're paralyzed because you don't know what he or she is going to say, and you're afraid. You don't know how to start that conversation. Well, you know what? If you're going to keep thinking about it, your brain is going to come up with 400 excuses of why you can't, why you should, and why you would not, right? But if you just come over, right, to his or her office, or you get ready to write an email, okay, just 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and start doing it. Start speaking. You know, you don't have to be great. Zig Ziglar said this. You don't have to be great, okay, to start. But you have to start to be great. And so the conclusion of today's video is, if you are in a point of your life where you want to make a change, where you want to start living your dreams, and you're consistently being held back by you and your mind because of whatever reasons that your mind comes up with, okay, the only thing that I can tell you is that you need to start changing your habits. And it is not something that you want to analyze or overanalyze or even think about. It's basically your initial thought, your initial reaction, that impulse that you get when you want to do something. If it kicks in, count down from 5 down, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and just do it. Start changing your habits. Start changing your bad habits into good habits. And over a period of time, you see the residual impact, the cascading impact from the smallest thing that you change to other things, other parts of your life. You know, it may be your relationship with your spouse, the relationship with your kids, the relationship with your money, the relationship with your career, and many other things in your life. Take control back, okay, by using the 5-second rule. If you want more information, I strongly recommend that you pick up a book. It's called The 5-Second Rule by Mel Robbins. It's available now on iTunes and in paperback, and it's a wonderful read. I highly recommend it. All right, until next time, have a blessed day. Take care, everybody.